Yeah, this is Glenda with AKA GK Fralin of Friendly Community. I can't believe it's 4:30. It's been an ordeal. I was up all night worrying over my stupid TV remote. It quit. It just up and quit. I was using it 1 minute, the next minute it died, and I replaced batteries. Nothing. So I went and got the remote from the other room, which is the one for the bedroom, which we never used because the actual hookup in there was unhooked in the basement. So we just use it for DVDs, and because we do have a few. So I brought that one in here. He told me how to switch it to be used on this the satellite dish. It will not now operate the TV though. I haven't got that part in. I probably have to reset it to the TV. This TV. But anyway, having a time. He had me up and down. I got a hold of it. Well, see, I didn't wake up till 11 o'clock because I finally did just zonk out. I woke up at 11 and did the things I needed to do to get woke up. I got up early and done my morning meds and stuff, but went and did a treatment and just this, that, and the other thing. When I finally called him, it was like 2 o'clock. Okay, I'm glad I've got an oximeter. I got the remote switched to, on the remote itself, switched to what he wanted me to, because it had been on UHF or something like that, and he needed it on IR, which was for the TV in the living room. But it still wasn't doing anything, or for the satellite in the living room. It still wouldn't do anything. So then he says, no, you have to get up, and you have to go to the satellite, the receiver. And you have to press system info, and then you have to push this and that button on the remote. It's on a low shelf, which means I was squatting down, and so which meant that my lungs were probably pushed up into practically into my throat. Let's just say there wasn't a lot of room there. And my knees were getting sore and my toes, because I was balanced on my toes and my knees. You know how you do that. A squat. Anyhow, it was an ordeal. And every once in a while I had to tell him that my oxygen was reading low. Was reading in the 80s or whatever. I said, you're going to have to let me have some time to breathe. And he was so nice, he kept saying, okay, ma'am, that's fine, ma'am. I was the one, I felt like I was yelling at the guy, but I really wasn't. I was just so frustrated. And I couldn't breathe. A deoxygenated brain does not work well. And so we got out of the danger zone. I don't know if it's actually that, but it's not a good place to be. So a couple times I had to do that. Finally, we got it going. I let out a hoop and a holler. It wasn't exactly a hoop and a holler. It was a, yay, we got it. I'm fine now. I'm totally wiped. Oh, it was such a relief though, because at least now I can change the channels. I've got other remotes that will turn the TV on and off. At least now I can change the channel on the satellite. Oh, I did watch a movie on I got rid of Netflix. It was just one bill I just didn't want to deal with anymore. I'd already turned off or I had unsubscribed for the DVDs that they'd send us, that I'd choose and they'd send us. And we've gotten into a lot of the actual TV shows now, because we can find channels that have decent ones, or ones that we enjoy. And, but anyway, but I had turned off Netflix because we have Amazon Prime. We can get some through there. So I did watch a movie before I called. So yeah, I wasted some time. So the ordeal of the day, I hope, is done. I hope there's no more ordeals of this day. Anyway, that's the skinny on that, and I'll be back later. Okay, I'm doing okay. I'm better. Joe came home from work. He was puttering around outside for a while. I don't know, probably mowing or something. Anyway, I could tell he was out there. I don't know exactly what he was doing. But he came in and he asked me if I figured out the remote. And I was just so bummed. He gets home around 5. So anyway, the video you just watched, I said it'll be easier this way. He rolled his eyes, of course. Oh, come on, just tell me. It's like, no, you got to go through it with me, buddy. Actually, I just knew it would be quicker than me trying to tell him, because it would have been, okay, how? Okay, And so anyway, he might have just accepted yes, but I didn't feel like giving him a simple yes after what I've been through. Not that he probably didn't have a hard day at work, but you know how we women like to make our husbands squirm just a little bit. Oh, how sexist of me. Oh, come on. They do too sometimes, but they do it in more, well, at least my husband, he does it in ways that are a little more, it's like he's getting by with some kind of a funny prank, But anyway, no, it had nothing to do with any of that. I just was so worn out, so bummed out, relieved that I had it, but didn't really want to go through telling him everything to do with it. So I just simply played it back for him, what I had just finished telling you guys. So anyway, he listened to it, and then he still was like, Okay, well, what about this? What about that? It's like, oh, just, I don't really remember what was said, but that made it a little more dramatic. But no, actually, he watched it and no, all he did was ask me if it would turn, the TV on and off. I said, no, we still have to use the other remote for that. So that was actually all there was to it. But I just wanted to be a little more dramatic than that. But then I felt, better be honest. Not for my, not really for my sake or yours, but because of he's in the other room right now. Oh, well, gotta be me. Gotta be me. Yeah, gotta be me. Oh, some positive things. I already told you about the book and how I've said so many times how that thing was it was wrapping up, but finally, even my editor agrees. Oh. Anyway, but it's Friday. How about that? Isn't it? Please don't tell me I got that wrong. No, it's Friday. Live PD comes on Fridays. I know. Anyway, but no, I was kind of glad to get off Discovery Channel. I like Discovery Channel, but come on, it can get old too. Anyway, so then I went to TV Land and I watched MASH. Now, I have not watched MASH much in years. It was so overdone because it was what the guys always wanted to watch. And there were times when it was, when I enjoyed it, I guess. I mean, I knew almost all the shows. So yeah, we watched it, but I guess I got to the point where I could actually watch it and enjoy it again. But I really don't know how much I watched because I'm trying to think now what I remember of what was on the show today. Well, I do remember one that was, they were gambling and Winchester lost. He thought he could bluff everybody and they all called him. So be careful when you're bluffing. Don't have any tells and make sure they're ready to fold. Oh, Hawkeye and his shenanigans. Hawkeye'd rather lose the money. Oh, and make Winchester show his cards. Anyway, that's blast from the past. Yeah, I'm sitting here working with my spinner because it's keeping my hands down. Anyway, it's been a day. I can't say it's been a bad day. I can't say it's been a great day, but it's been a day. And I'm glad to have a day. So, and you should be too. So, tomorrow's another one. I love y'all, and tomorrow is another day, so good night.